You'll know about those. Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So let's go ahead and talk about throttle tuners in this video. All right. So we're going to be comparing the RBW Skull with the fast Tury auto tuner. Tury fast auto tuner. For some reason, that's just a mouthful. I believe they're trying to say Fury fast auto tuner, but for some reason it's called Tury. Maybe it's a Brazilian thing or something like that. So these are made in Brazil. Let me go ahead and just show you guys the website over here real quick. So this is made in Brazil. All right, this is the product that I have in my Lowrider S. This is the Fast IP 3.3H. All right, so that's the throttle tuner. They have multiple throttle tuners for these bikes, multiple different models. Basically anything 2017 Dyna Lowrider S, because that's a throttle by wire, and some of the touring models are also included because they're also throttle by wire. So anything throttle by wire is tunable. So this is what RBW, I believe it stands for, ride by wire. That's what I think that means. Ride by wire, throttle by wire. So RBW Skull or Tury fast tuner, throttle tuner lag. So let me go ahead and start let me get into something real quick before we start the video. Sorry guys, these videos are not scripted, okay? So I always mention these tuners, not the throttle tuners, but your regular tuners. I always mention it. It's just nobody watches the whole video. People always mention, hey, you could do that with this, you could do that with that. So let's go ahead and put that at the beginning of the video, since nobody seems to watch the full videos. Nobody watches the full video, but I always mention, hey, if you have a Fuel Pack 3 and if you have a Power Vision, DynoJet Power Vision, you could modify your throttle lag, okay? It's not going to be as easy as these options. These throttle tuners, that's all they do. They remove the throttle lag from your throttle grip or your throttle blade control, whatever you want to call it. See, this is what happens when you try to explain and get ahead of the comments. The videos just get longer and longer and longer because all the comments. So once again, I might cut this really short. So you have riding modes on Fuel Pack 3. Does that make it a better tuner than the Power Vision? No, it does not. So you have riding modes on Fuel Pack 3, and you have throttle lag control or throttle blade control, positioning, throttle positioning, stuff like that. Settings, it's not as user friendly on the Power Vision. You also need to have a PC. There is no Mac support or Apple support. And the Fuel Pack 3, you could do it via your phone, which makes it easier. So now that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the throttle tuner. So of course, Vance and Hines, they used to have a throttle tuner many years ago. I believe they stopped making it because the Fuel Pack 3, they combined it all in one product. So let's go ahead and start with our RBW Skull. Of course, this one is by far the most expensive, but you do have an extra component, as you guys can see right here, a little knob that you can add to your bike. Typically this goes on your hand control, which is quite nice. So it's always on. All right, that's a benefit to it. It's always on. It's always connected. You don't have to connect it via Bluetooth or an app or anything like that. If you don't want to add more stuff to your phone, you don't want to add an extra app, you don't need to. This is 100% in its own unit. All right. That being said, this will require a little bit more extra when it comes to the installation, because now you have to feed an additional wire to your hand control, okay, to power or to set or to tune to set the level of response that you want out of your throttle tuner. So you know what, honestly, it's really minimal. You can see it right here on the Lowrider ST. It's minimal, okay? You don't really see that, it doesn't stand out too much. That's what I like about it. Another benefit, like I said, it's always on. You don't have to go to your phone, unlock it, and then set it to the screen, open up the app, all this other stuff. It's like I said, it's always on, and you can set it whatever ride mode you want. Like I said, I believe this one has 5 or 4 different ride modes. You could also, they're programmed with 20 different real maps. The 5 are fully customizable by you in 15 seconds with, okay, I guess now you could program it. This is a plug-and-play system, no programming. 5 modes are preset. I'm not entirely sure how you set up the other modes, but you have road mode. You have anarchy mode, which is their 1-to-1. That's their race ready system. If you have any more additional questions, you could visit the website RBW Skull. You have sport mode, city mode, rain mode. So rain mode, of course, it's going to give you more throttle lag compared to, of course, riding standard. So a nice feature overall. You have multiple different colors. All right, so you could customize the knob: red, blue, gold, black, and I believe silver. So, you know, it's quite neat, like I said. But this is made in Italy, and this one will cost you above $800. So it is, but like I said, it's the most expensive option here. But you guys can decide, is that what you want? Do you want full connectivity of your throttle lag, you know, at a reach of a knob, which is really quite unique, and it's nice. Like I said, just a little bit extra installation process, but it's only one wire, not that bad. If you want it, of course, if you're looking at keeping it in your risers, or, you know, hiding the wire or anything like that, of course that's going to be more work, because now you'll have to feed the wire through your risers, and of course you know, however you could do it, wire it through your handlebars. It's going to be, you know, kind of difficult to do it, but I mean, I wouldn't mind just having that wire sticking out. You can see it right here. There's a zip tie that kind of hides the wire behind the handlebar, the T-bar setup. So you can see the wire right here. That goes down. So like I mentioned, that really depends on you. All right, let's try to keep this short, this video short, so you can see all the different colors. Red, some close-ups, very sleek. You know, it looks nice in my opinion. You also have gold. So multiple different colors right here as well. You can see you have a skull, or you have this little star knob option. You also have a little Allen head locking mechanism underneath, and it looks like they also offer a chrome finish, black, chrome, different colors. Let's go ahead and look at the Tury Fast throttle tuner. So this one, of course, connects just as easy as the RBW, but this one you would have to download an app and have it connected. This is the one I have on my bike. Okay, guys. Once again, Fast IP 3.3H. That's the one. So this connects via Bluetooth, and it's really quite quick. It is impressive. As soon as I turn it on, I unlock my phone and I set it on the app. I'm connected to my bike. What I've also noticed after my review of the device, they went ahead and made the app always on. So another little neat feature. They're paying attention. They're looking at what I guess the writers have to say about it. So I did appreciate that little update. They also made some other updates to the app. Now it's got some animations. It's a little bit more immersive, I guess you could say. But you know, overall, I did like what they've changed, and that's just one of the benefits that you have with this tuner. They can update it. They could change stuff. Like I said, you'll have to download the app, so they could, you know, potentially update the tuner via the app. As far as the RBW, I don't believe they have any means of updating that system. If there's a firmware update, or if there's a tweak, or they're changing something, I'm not really sure how they're going to go about it. But this is the one I have, so this is the one I could talk about firsthand. All right, guys. So like I mentioned, once again, I like what they did with the app. Like I said, they've recently changed it. This was after my review. Now it's always on. So you'll always have, if you want to set the app on your phone and you want to set it to the Fast app, you'll always be connected. So you could, you know, move stuff around. You have multiple different settings. This one has a little bit more settings, and based off of my experience, I like the way this one responds compared to, of course, the Indian riding modes. I gotta mention that because that's where I'm comparing my throttle tuner with Indian's riding modes, and it's basically, it works the same. All right, It's a ride-by-wire throttle-by-wire lag system. All right, it doesn't make it any faster. I mean, it feels a lot faster, but it doesn't add any horsepower or anything like that, which is really quite neat. So let's go ahead and move on down. You can see some of the reviews. You could visit the website, of course, and then you can see all of the different tuners that they have available. So most of these, I believe the 3.3H is the universal one right now. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see they have a few tuners for the Tri-Glide. This is a new one. They have the Fast Johnny. They also have the 2017 Lowrider S. Like I mentioned, that was the one that they introduced. That was the only Dyna that they had ride-by-wire. And you have many different options, like I mentioned. Right here, this one will set you back $485. But if you click on a few links that I have on the channel, you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper than that. So, you're pretty much saving yourself half the price. So you have a few more additional features that you don't get on the RBW. You have a lock function, which would lock your throttle, your throttle response. So this is a neat little feature to, keep it from getting stolen. All right, I've been watching some of the videos on social media. Criminals have a little antenna device where they put it up against the house and they're able to get that signal from your key fob, and then they steal your bike. It's really, scary. So if you wanted to, of course, and you're a little bit hesitant of where you're leaving your bike, this could be a neat little feature. Right before you turn the bike off, you could lock your throttle, and that will prevent it. So if someone manages to turn on your bike, there's going to be no throttle response at the throttle grip, which is a neat little feature. Like I said, it's a kill switch. Pretty much it's a kill switch. You could also, if you have the security from Harley, then I guess it kind of does the same thing. All right, but as of from when I purchased my 2020 Lowrider S, the security is no longer standard. Yes, you have a key fob, but like I mentioned, I don't know how criminals are doing it, but these bikes are getting stolen somehow. You also have a parking function, which also protects the bike. It pretty much puts it in a what is it called, a dull mode or a mule mode or something like that, so it prevents the rider from ripping it. You know what I'm saying? If you've seen some of those videos where people have a dash cam and they catch service riders or mechanics or whatever, they catch those the mechanics or whoever's driving the vehicle, they catch them doing 90 miles per hour during the test ride. That the parking feature, valet feature, that would of course prevent that, or prevent users from getting crazy on the bike. So once again, when activated, it will decrease the throttle response, limiting acceleration and preventing your vehicle from being misused. So those are the two features that you have on the Fury throttle tuner that you don't get on the RBW. So on top of course those, you also have city, rain mode, touring mode, sport mode, fast mode, and of course racing, Fury mode or whatever. So you have all of these different ride modes on top of those two little unique security features that you get. Another little neat feature or neat thing, because of the app, you don't have to turn the knob and go through modes 5, 4, 3 or whatever. You could just select it off of your phone. If you want city mode, you could just click city mode. You don't have to turn the knob and go through fast, sport, tour to get the city. You guys get what I'm saying? I've had mine for I'd say 400 miles now, and I pretty much set it on tour mode. Level 6 is it's sufficient for my riding. Level 6 is a noticeable change. It is a noticeable change. Anything above that, I think it's just a little bit too much. But what I like about the fast tuner, throttle tuner, is it doesn't really kick in until you get at about 15% of the throttle. All right, on the Indian, sport mode, that's the opposite. As soon as you just twist it, like just even 1%, 2%, that thing wants to take off, and it's just really unmanageable. Everybody that test rode the Indians hated the ride modes. But I almost guarantee if you ride your bike with this, you'll be much happier having that control and knowing that the tuner doesn't kick in until 15% of the throttle. And of course, you could always make it a little bit more aggressive and set it to fast. If that's how you want to ride. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. So you can see parking mode on the bottom right, and then of course you have lock mode on the bottom left. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Some of the benefits, of course, you can see the installation instructions off of their website here. Okay, so you could download the PDF. The images are very, very clear. I like the images that they provide. It tells you where to hook up the throttle tuner. This also works with the RBW. If you're having trouble with the RBW installation, you could go to the throttle tuner website and download this. You could clearly see the images here, and they're also pictures. They're also pictured images. So really, really nice, easy to follow, easy to install. Mine took no more than 5 minutes because of the way my wires are set up. So easy installation, clear pictures. Like I said, you can install this on anything with the throttle by wire setup, and like I said, it gives you the location of where the plug is going to be. Let's just talk about some of the benefits of these two systems, the RBW and the Fury Tury fast throttle tuner. Of course, this connects to your throttle by wire. All right, so that's in your plug. So there is no voiding your warranty. Once again, you will not void your factory warranty with this setup. Anything, like I said, these other two options, these are aftermarket tuners. All right, you hook this up to your Harley, your warranty is voided. Okay. So that's that's probably the main benefit, is you get to keep your warranty, and the throttle tuners give you that response of a 465 or a torque cam. Honestly, compared to Harley's torque cam, from what I've ridden and test ridden quite a few times, I would say the throttle tuners feel much more responsive than the Harley's OEM with the tune. I gotta put that in there. Harley's throttle cam with their tune. Okay, it's not as responsive as these throttle tuners. Okay, so that's one of the main benefits. Second benefit is the ease of installation. You don't have to take these to your dealer. You don't have to take this to a specialty shop that will bill you $160 an hour or anything like that. These are really simple, easy plug and play installation. So you could do this at home. You just gotta have a few tools to remove some of the components so you could get to the plug. All right, so there's another little benefit, and on top of that is just the ease of use. Of course, like I mentioned, the throttle vision, you need to know what you're doing. And if you don't like the way it's set up, you have to, of course, reconnect it to your PC and then reset some of the numbers, and then you got to take it back onto your bike. You got to reflash the ECM, and then you got to get on it and see if you like the new settings. Like I mentioned, the FP3, a little bit easier. You just set whatever mode you want: aggressive, race, moderate, standard plus, standard, and custom. All right, so really quite easy on the FP3. But like I said, the FP3 is not a better tuner just because you have those ride modes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you can leave your comments down below. Everything, of course, is here. You can follow these guys on all social media, Instagram. Like I said, the RBW, over $800. Click on the link down below where it's gonna say 3.3H if you want a different price. So you guys stay out there, stay safe. Life's a risk, get out there and ride. Later.